Hello, everybody. It's me, TONIK TZW, and as the splash screen here suggests, that it actually turns out that I'm bi, but that doesn't mean that I've changed my sexuality from being a red-blooded heterosexual male. Um, I've been in and out of hospital recently after having a few problems. You may have noticed that I haven't really been live streaming a lot. Part of that has been due to an increase in my workload at work. There's been a little bit of stress involved in that too. And I discovered that I had a few complications with my heart that I had been putting down to stress and anxiety because of some pre-existing conditions relating to past experiences of life that have led to me having to deal with a few mental health challenges in the past. But the buy I'm referring to is something that is called by Gemini, not by Jiminy, the exclamation that you would sometimes use if you're British, but by Gemini, by meaning two of, and Gemini from Gemini meaning twins. And what is actually happening is that my heart is sticking in a few extra beats where they're not supposed to go. And that is leading to a few other minor health issues, such as shortness of breath. It can cause some anxiety triggers as well, because if your heart's not working properly, then you can be in a little bit of trouble. But the good news is that after being in and out of hospital and being told that everything was absolutely fine, unfortunately last week I did have to call on our wonderful National Health Service, who dispatched an ambulance who were able to catch an episode of the irregular heart rate while I was at home, and that led to a referral at the hospital, which means that I am hopefully now going to get some help that I need. Now, strangely, I bought myself a Fitbit when I realized there was a bit of a problem to keep track of my heart rate, and I was wearing the Fitbit while I was playing this game. And what was quite amusing on reviewing my daily log at the end of the day is that once I was on 4 kills in this game and pushing for the Kraken, that my heart rate increased considerably. It went up to around, I think it was about 160 beats a minute, and my normal resting rate or puttering around the house is around 80, 85. So it got, I think, a little bit tense. So it just goes to show that gaming is, in fact, a cardio workout. So when they call these people esports athletes, I'm quite inclined to agree with them, because if a game is causing your heart rate to rise so much that it is being classed as a cardio exercise, then it must be doing so like some good to you, even though sometimes playing World of Warships Legends can be quite stressful. So the diagnosis, or the preliminary diagnosis, is there. So the question is, what are the next steps? Well, the next steps are they're going to give me a type of ultrasound on my heart to look to see if there are any underlying issues with the structure of my heart that may be causing this to happen. Thankfully, all of my blood work that I've had done and x-rays indicate that I have not recently suffered from a heart attack or stroke. All my blood levels and everything to do with your blood and your chemical makeup of your body, that is all absolutely fine, which is reassuring to say the least. But obviously, I have to manage and be aware of what my heart is doing. So I'm taking a type of beta blocker to help with that, which is making me feel a lot calmer and serene today. A little bit more chilled than I might be usually. So on the back of that, depending on what they find with that sonar, Sonar, sonogram. Yeah, don't want sonar on my heart. They may have to do something called an angiogram, which is where they stick a camera up through an artery in your arm to your heart and have a look at things on the inside, and potentially also do something like a CAT scan or an MRI scan to get a clearer picture of the heart and its functions. Um, and I'm probably going to have to end up wearing some kind of medical heart monitor for a week or so they can see how often this is happening, and to see if there's any indication as to what is causing it to happen and when. So cause and effect. Is there something that is going on in my lifestyle that is causing this issue to trigger? So far, I don't think there is. It just seems to be completely random. As far as treatment goes, it could be something as simple as medication or a stent in my heart if there are issues with the arteries in my heart. And at the extreme end of the scale, which is a very small percentage of people, thankfully, um, there is the fitting of a pacemaker or surgery. So I'm hoping that it doesn't have to come to that, and that it can be managed with something that doesn't require the fitting of a pacemaker or surgery. But it's about this time in the game that my heart rate began to spike because it was a short game. I don't know who had crossplay turned off, but we're on 4 kills. We've got a high caliber out there. We got the first blood, and there's one ship left in the game, and that means that we're on for a Kraken. And as you'll have seen from the splash screen, we're going to finish with a Kraken, but this guy is going to make me work for it. I'm just trying to get rid of him before my sonar runs out. I do hope that I'll be able to start live streaming soon, as long as I can be sensible and safe in doing so and not cause myself any problems. It is a new update that's come out this week, and I'm looking forward to playing it. I doubt very much I'll be spending all the money that Wargaming are expecting people to pay for some of these ships in this update. Um, but I'll certainly take my Admiralty back in, obviously, because the reward ship is a destroyer, and I love my destroyers. But I also love the Awaki, and the fact that that was the first game that I played in a week. It was the first game of the day, and I ended up coming home with a Kraken. And I've got a few other games with Krakens in from me, and a few games, a couple of great games with some guys from the fleet, where they've picked up Krakens too. So I hope that you'll give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment, and wish me well. And I hope to see you all out there on the high scenes very soon. I've been Tonic TZW, and of course, as always, until next time, take care of yourselves and goodbye.